And in fact, should we get a thumbnail?
What do we do?
Let me just sync it again. Thank you. I always do this, I don't know why.
Thank you to the recording.
Thank you.
Thank you to the sound team. The team on sound. You are great. We love you. We love you.
Thank you so much to my team.
Thank
I'm
you
so
so much
blessed
to
to
the team
have
for
such a
organising
great
this.
and massive team.
Her over there. You over there.
This ring light.
This ring light. That's it. There's nobody here.
There's nobody here.
Good.
Apart from us, yay!
Yay!
Here we are. I'm here with Maria.
I'm here. That's it.
You may know her from
I made it over.
the New York vlogs. Obviously, we were in New York last week. It's all very depressing.
So we could say, obviously, we're in New York right now. And I was
Obviously,
like,
we're
is
in
it?
New York
Obvious.
right now. No, we are currently in London, sadly.
London.
But we were in New York last week. If you haven't seen that vlog, it's the last one I posted, and Maria was posting.
I'm doing daily.
Daily?
Yeah, I'm doing each day. I've done 3, and I think there might be 5.
Yeah, we were there 5
Yeah,
days.
Brooklyn Bridge and 5 vlogs.
We went to New York on like a content creation
The
trip.
trip was purely for content creation.
So basically, we went to New York because we wanted to take some Instagram pictures and also because we wanted to go to New York. So the idea for this video came from a conversation that we had while we were in the airport.
When we take pictures, often the images look very put together, and you're in a nice outfit and you've probably got stupid shoes on, like snake print knee-high high-heel boots, and that's the picture, but in real life it's ridiculous, and you're probably wearing Spanx under your dress because you can't bend down without flashing everyone, and it's raining and there's people talking to you while you're taking the pictures,
And people literally stop and stare sometimes, don't they, while you're taking
like
pictures?
when I was pole dancing on top of the rock.
Spoilers. But so we were talking about the pictures that we'd taken and the fact that a lot of the comments that we've been getting were like, oh, this looks very glam.
This looks amazing.
Yeah, and it was amazing. We had a really good time. But also, we were laughing about how different the photos look versus the reality of,
the actual
like,
reality.
The photos aren't a lie, but kind of what we had to do to get there. So we thought that we would sit down, because we were crying in the airport, and then we were also very sleep deprived, but we were literally crying.
People, it was like 11 p.m. in JFK airport, the worst airport in the world, and people were like,
it is the worst.
Are these girls all right?
We were crying over the difference between the picture that you see and the story behind it. So we just thought that we would make this video to show you to talk you through the stories of the differences between what you see and what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, because it's often very different and we're often quite ridiculous. I mean,
Insane.
I imagine a lot of bloggers can just go, take the photos and then look good, and then be good, thanks, bye. But with
unfortunately, we're nuts.
Unfortunately, it always just seems to happen that we end up screaming things like "My Berlingots" in the street. Yeah.
So, the first day we arrived.
The rooftop photos. We had been up since 3:30 a.m. UK time, and when we took the pictures, it was 9 p.m. UK time.
We were just set on getting this rooftop picture on the first day.
Planned it. So we did a timetable. I did a timetable to plan, and we knew that the rooftop was at the hotel, so it was going to be our easiest photograph because we could leave our room, go up and come back down.
The only thing we were concerned about was the rooftop being busy, weren't we?
Yes.
The woman on the check-in desk told us that the rooftop is normally a bar, but the bar was closed because it's out of season. But guests of the hotel were welcome to still go up and have a look from the rooftop.
It was on the 16th floor.
We could have cried because we were so sleep deprived.
Yeah,
so when she told us
happy.
that it was, she basically told us it was going to be quiet.
There was nobody up there. It wasn't open to the public.
So we went up. We got dressed first. We were both wearing the most ridiculous shoes.
Yeah. You were in, I mean, you'd probably see from the picture.
I was in. These shoes were in my ASOS haul a couple of weeks ago. So if you saw that, it's the kind of reddy, browny snake skin. I nearly said leopard print. It's not
leopard
that.
Print.
Snepid print.
Snepid print. Wow.
Snake print heeled boots. And they are tall.
And I was in a brown cord mini dress that zips all the way up to your neck.
It's a very nice dress.
Very nice dress. It is so short. I've worn this dress a couple of times. It is so short that you cannot physically wear it. If you were to walk, you'd flush someone. So I had to wear Spanx underneath it, and the Spanx were longer than the dress. So I had to roll them up. Every time I would like lift my legs or lift my arms, I would start showing the entirety of my Spanx underneath the outfit. So in the final photo, I did manage to lift my leg up without flashing, but that was the challenge.
It took a few goes, didn't it?
Yeah.
Also, that rooftop was really bizarre in the end, wasn't it? Those photos particularly, I think, look very... I think like glam is the word.
Because first of all, where do you find an empty rooftop in New York City?
Yeah.
Like
We
right
had a
in the middle of
proper
the
view of the
Empire State Building. It was like, it felt like you could literally go like that and touch the Empire State Building.
It was
You
insane.
But you couldn't. But
it was crazy. But like, I think the view from that side,
if you look that way,
versus the view from sort of that side, was very different, wasn't it? It was like,
if you turn the camera the other way, it was like benches in really random places. Like we just moved the benches to stand on them
for where we wanted them.
But it was like half-drunk glasses of wine.
Yeah, bottles everywhere.
Beer,
yeah,
just really, really random.
It was strange,
but it was an empty New York City rooftop. One person came up the entire time we were there.
Yeah.
So it was perfect, actually.
It was. It was brilliant. That was so good.
We were shocked and surprised.
Yeah, we were. So then that night we just went and got some food, didn't we?
Yeah, we didn't take any more pictures that day.
No. And then the next day we got up. What did we shoot straight away? Where did we go?
Times Square.
Times Square.
We got up at 5.
Which was okay because of jet lag.
Yeah, we walked to Times Square, which is 20 minutes walk away. We got there at 7.
Yeah.
Not 7, about 7:15.
Yeah.
And it was slightly raining, very dark. It was still dark. Like the sun had come up, but it was just dark because it was cloudy day.
So I had my set of Times Square photos taken. Next to you taking the photos was a McDonald's, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And it was all glass on the front.
Yeah.
And there were these 2 boys that were sat there eating their breakfast, and they would not stop staring.
It was
and I was so self-conscious. We took.
Key.
Oh yeah. We took about, I want to say, between 300 and 400 images.
Did I?
Yeah. Because we had my camera on continuous.
Yeah, I just hold it down and go...
But because there were so many people around, we were trying desperately to get a shot without too many people in. Yeah, and so Maria...
I had a key. So basically, Amy was too far away from me and Times Square's really noisy to hear when I'm taking images. Usually, you hear the camera shutter.
Yeah.
So if there's usually people, you just stop and Amy would know that there's no camera shutter, so you'd stop taking it.
Yeah.
But because it was so busy, there were so many people, I had to go like... If my finger was on the camera, it was taking. And then if I wasn't taking, I'd have to stick my finger in the air and I'd be like, the key, Amy, the key, this is the key. Amy wanted taxis in the background.
Yeah, I just had a bit of a thing about taxis.
When the lights would change, it would be like, I'd be looking for taxis over here, I'd be looking for taxis over here, I'd be looking for taxis over here.
And you're looking for people as well, trying to make sure there's not enough people.
Trying to coordinate. So Amy's there posing and I'm trying to coordinate. If there are taxis in the background, if there are no people in the background. My first one was up on a platform at 7:15 in the morning. I was wearing this River Island dress, which I love.
It's lovely, but it's not a 7:15 a.m.
It's never, not a 7:15 a.m. dress unless you're coming home from the night before. Oh, the red steps. The red steps. The red steps were empty. So if you've seen the red steps on Times Square, where the ticket booths are underneath, and usually they are filled with people.
Yeah,
and we got there, and they were empty. So I ran over, and they had a cordon on them. The guy was washing them. So I went over and said to him, is there like a specific time that they open? He was like, do you want to take a photo? And I was like, yeah. And he just like let me climb over the rope, go up, take a photo. We were like, quick,
yeah.
go.
But I think the issue with that was that we hadn't really discussed the shot that you wanted.
And there wasn't time. Actually wanted. There wasn't time because he went, yeah, go. So we didn't want to be like, oh, could you hold on a minute while we start the shot?
We're not actually taught it. Well,
yeah,
we are
I might be able
but you
to
know what
use
I mean.
them though.
And then what did we do later that day? Oh, we went
back to the hotel. We changed once again, which is a common theme, and we got an Uber down to Chelsea Piers, and we got on the luxury yacht to Manhattan.
We did.
This is the most ridiculous of all the photos.
Right, inside the boat, lovely.
Oh, lovely.
Genuinely, like, because normally when you go to see the Statue of Liberty, you can go on like the Staten Island ferry.
Yeah, I've been on the Staten Island ferry.
And like the water taxi and things like that. And
they're just like a boat.
Yeah, they're like, I'm sure it's very good either way to see the Statue of Liberty, but when we saw those from our boat, you could see just how rammed they were.
Yeah, it's like full of people. I remember being on there before and it was like a fight to get to the front to be able to see stuff.
And like, because we were there to take pictures, that just really wouldn't have been ideal for us.
And they gave us like free drink. We could have had champagne if we wanted. There were all these lovely, sophisticated, retired women with their glasses of champagne, their little rain jackets on, and then you had
and they were so sophisticated as well. Like all the other people on there really had their lives together.
And then you had us. I was wearing a wrap dress that I didn't realise was a wrap dress. You didn't bring a coat,
did you?
Didn't bring a coat because all the other times I'd been wearing a coat and it wasn't necessary because it was quite humid. I had a hat on and a mini bag.
Man hat on.
A man hat on.
Sorry.
Did that string your man hat on? And then, so the guy said they were going to stop it for pictures.
And they did. We were quite aware that we probably wanted to be the last people on that because we wanted it quiet and we didn't want to have to move anybody else and ask them to get out of the way. So everybody else took their photos. We let that happen. We just sort of stood there while the boat was still.
Yeah. We got some. We
did.
We did.
But then, as we were like, right, everybody else has gone in now, let's take some more, the boat starts moving.
Yeah.
So the wind...
We were like, oh, look, everyone's gone back inside. We can get some more photos. We didn't think everyone's gone back inside because the boat's going to start its engine soon and start turning in the middle of the Hudson River and gather speed. I think you now need to insert a clip of that. What happened.
So basically what happened, when I was trying to get mine, I don't even know if I can use any of them because my hair's all over the place, but basically what happened was the Statue of Liberty was on one side of the boat. Then the boat starts moving, so we have to start running around the boat to still be in front of the Statue of Liberty.
I've got a dress on. The dress is blowing open, and I didn't have any Spanx on. So
and there was one other couple out there. There was someone out there.
They left. Sure. Yeah.
No, they were still out there.
Were they?
Not right at the end,
Not right
but they were. They were still out there at that point.
One guy said to me, "You're English. Why haven't you got a coat?"
Which was a very good question.
Which is good. I was holding onto my hat, trying to hold closed my dress so I didn't flash people.
But you also had my camera.
I also had your camera. Amy had my mini bag. I also had I had something else in my hands, my camera or something. You had my camera. Oh no, I had my camera as well.
It was a time. And also we were screeching.
We were. By the point, at the end of it, we were the only people on the outer deck. Everyone else was back inside. The boat was speeding down the Hudson River.
And it was just, I honestly thought we were going to end up in the river.
If I stood up, I actually thought I was going to be blown into the river.
Yeah. And so we were the laughing stocks of that boat.
Yeah.
But fine.
We provided them with some good entertainment and it really woke us up.
It did. We were a little bit sort of flagging before that point because the jet lag had hit. Obviously, it was the first one.
And then I had a coffee and a Coke. So
and then you were absolutely like buzzing, and I was still shattered, so I thought I was going to murder you.
I was like, hey!
So then the next day,
top of the rock.
Oh yeah, we went straight up to the top of the rock. So we got up early-ish, not as early.
We got up at 6 instead of 5.
Yeah.
Got to the top of the rock at 8:30.
Which was really good. It was so quiet actually.
Top of the rock opens at 8.
Yeah.
We got at 8:30.
And you could really tell as we left that it was starting to pick up. So we definitely did the right thing going that early.
Did you hear when we got to... So the top of the rock have these windows where you can see the Statue of Liberty. Insert picture. Not Statue of Liberty. You can see the Empire State Building in the window, and you kind of... Everyone sits in the window like, oh, here I am. And it's in the background. Did you hear when we were taking the pictures, there was a Scottish woman getting really increasingly annoyed?
No.
Basically, there was a Scottish family, like proper grandma, so they were calling her granny.
For context, there are loads of these windows.
There are loads of windows.
We weren't like monopolising the only
window. Yeah, so the Scottish family were waiting for another window, but I think because we were taking photos there and I was in like a blue dress, Amy was in a skirt, it was quite clear that we were taking pictures, checking them and taking some more pictures. That we were kind of... we were gaining
more commercial,
gaining more interest, especially because we're using cameras. People are using phones.
Yeah.
So, and also we were vlogging and stuff like that. So it draws attention to yourself without even wanting to do it.
Oh my god, there's a clip of me in your vlog. you're talking and I'm in the background taking a thumbnail, so I've got my camera like this, and I'm like, and I look like I'm full on
like
taking
self-obsessed.
selfies. It looks like you've like caught me taking selfies. It's so funny.
Yeah, and this Scottish family were literally, I could hear them. She was literally, the son was talking to her, and
She was literally the sun.
She was the son. This woman was complaining and going, oh my god, how many more pictures are they gonna take? And like, stuff like that, not those exact words, but because you were in the photo at the time, so you were like, there I am at the Empire State Building looking out, blah blah blah, and I was taking pictures that I could hear, and the boy was going, Granny, there are so many windows. We're not even waiting for their window, Granny.
Mine was okay. It took a long
time, just purely because of like
other tourists.
We don't
want to ask other people to move.
We don't bother asking them to move because we're here to take pictures, and we don't mind if it takes a long time.
And then Maria started pole dance.
I started pole. So there's these like binocular things at the top.
I don't think you realised what you looked like.
I was like,
Maria was like full on, like she had a leg wrapped around it. It was like hanging off it, swinging around.
At the top of the rock, while it's raining, there's people around us, and I'm just dangling.
She was up there for so long.
I was up there for such a long time. Being ridiculous.
And then there was that woman.
She just walked along. And usually, so when you're taking pictures, a lot of the time people don't know how to react and they stop.
So they'll stop and you sort of go.
You go, no, it's fine, carry on, don't worry, like, just keep walking. Because often they think, oh, I don't want to get in the shot, or they walk around you and you say, don't worry, you don't need to walk around me, it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, we're, at the end of the day, when we're taking pictures like that, like, we're in a public area. Yeah, people are going to walk around, we know that, it's fine.
So this woman came along and she stopped. And she just kind of stood, and I went, "Oh no, don't worry." And you were like, "Don't worry, carry on, it's fine, don't worry."
Yeah, it's fine.
And she just kind of still
like,
stood.
No, it's okay. And she just watched you, didn't she? Like, properly watched.
Just stood, like
she's enjoying your show.
She was enjoying the pole dancing show. And then shortly after that, it started raining.
And then it did. And actually, towards the end of those photos, I was going, Maria,
she's
going,
no, it's not raining now, Amy. It's actually not.
So the next day we got up early-ish, not as early as we had been, not as early as we probably should have done. Brooklyn Bridge. Brooklyn Bridge was so bad. We got up, went on the Brooklyn Bridge, didn't we? We got
subway to the Brooklyn Bridge first, and it was rush hour, and it was hideous. Ugh. Rush hour in London is one thing. It was horrible. Rush hour on the New York subway
I forgot, that's why I was moody.
It was you had a suitcase.
I did. On the subway, my feet hurt, we couldn't sit down, it was like really quite an ordeal, wasn't it?
The subway was like...
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for the London Underground.
Definitely.
It takes 20 minutes to walk from one side of Brooklyn Bridge to the other. And to get the view of Manhattan behind you, you have to go over the Brooklyn Bridge and take it from there.
Yeah,
so that's what we were doing.
So we first of all walked, I'd say about 3/4 of the way over the Brooklyn Bridge before we stopped.
Nearly the end of it.
So then we stopped. For context, I was okay. What was I wearing? Oh, just like a skirt and a jumper. Like, I was fine.
Yeah.
Maria was wearing jeans to begin with, but then got changed into a full-on tutu.
So I had this plan that I would just I had my jumper on and jeans, and the plan was that I'd put the skirt over the jeans, undo the jeans and pull them out, which was fine, worked perfectly fine.
What's happening here?
I'm just putting a tutu on the Brooklyn Bridge.
The tutu has been put on. What I need to do is get the jeans underneath. So that's good, isn't it? Public indecency.
We'd walked for a long time. We were tired, like physically just tired from jet lag and everything.
Yeah.
And then we were taking some pictures, and I was like, I don't know if I like them or not. Amy was taking pictures, and I go, oh, I wanted to shoot a stop motion in this outfit. Why don't we shoot a stop motion? If anyone's not familiar with stop motion, a stop motion is stop motion.
It's photos continuously.
Continuous photos put together to make a video. So we did one, and then I think we did one more.
And then something happened, and I was like,
something happened to the camera.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yes, you went, oh, Maria, the screen's gone black, handed it to me. And I was
literally
and that's
button,
weird. And I like just pushed the button, because sometimes it happens. Yeah. Because you're shooting a lot of photos and the camera's like, whoa! Just press the button and it was like, I was like, oh, it's fine. Amy was like, that's weird. Hand it back to Amy. Amy tried to press the button and it didn't work. The screen went black and she was like, no, the screen's got black. And I was like, And I'm actually a very optimistic person. So in my mind,
Yeah.
when anything breaks, I go, oh, it's fine, but it'll be working in a second.
And we
I literally just
took the lens off, took the battery out, and
Yeah.
tried to be like, you're okay, look
I
at
just
camera.
like replaced the battery. I turned it off. I was like, do you know what? It'll be fine in a minute.
In the meantime, actually, while you'd been trying to sort out your camera, this boy had come up to me and asked me if I could take his photos. And he was doing some very dramatic posing on the Brooklyn Bridge, which I thought was
He was
quite
like-
bold considering he was a solo tourist asking a stranger to take
I
his
loved it.
photos.
And he said that I looked pretty.
Yeah, he did.
I was very
But
pleased
so
with that.
I was taking pictures for him, and he did a couple of things that I was like, oh, that looks quite
Yeah,
cool.
he
I
looks
might try and
good.
do that. I was like, he looks quite cool. So I tried one of his poses. I look like I'm Tarzan about to try and swing off the Brooklyn Bridge. I look like I'm trying to climb off.
I remember taking it and being like, oh, that was a different move. That was when I went.
I think I
and then
posted it though. No, I did post
Yeah.
it.
No, it
Because
is good.
actually, like from a distance,
It was dramatic.
It is dramatic. After that, we then went back and tried to take some more
Yeah.
of
So
Maria's.
I'm a very reasonable. Like I was just like, it'll be fine. And so I go back and
And
to the
I really
camera.
believed it would be fine.
I
at that stage
honestly
as well.
genuinely believed it would be fine. So I put a story, the typing one, where you can, and I was like, my camera's just broken on the Brooklyn Bridge. Does anybody know if I can fix this? In a tutu. Does anyone know if I can fix this? And I started to get DMs through people going,
It's
this
there
happened to
forever.
mine just before it died. Like it was on the way out and this happened and they couldn't fix it. It was a £500, another one was like a £500 repair. There was no point. It was like I had to send it away for 6 weeks. It was going to cost me loads of money to repair. I just had to buy a new one. So then I was like, okay, so the camera broke. We went to New York to take pictures and my camera broke.
While stood on the Brooklyn Bridge
Well,
in a
stood
tutu.
in the Brooklyn Bridge at 10 a.m. in a tutu.
So we took probably an hour to just gather our thoughts,
Have some food.
lay the camera to rest.
Lay the camera down, be like, it's gone. And I did actually figure out what the problem was.
Yeah.
There was
it
broken
a shutter
shutter.
problem. But so we kind of tried to consider our options. So we wanted to get some subway photos, but the subway smells like wee, and it's
And it's dark and there's
round. There's rats everywhere. I've had people comment on those subway posts saying, how many rats did you see? And I was like, actually none, but we didn't
None.
stick around for long enough. So rather than trying to get photos on natural subway carriage,
Yes, we went to the New York Transit Museum, which you pay $10 to
Yeah.
get into, which is £8.
and you can be you can stay there as long as you like.
Yeah, and also like I would actually like to go there and read the information.
It
However,
seemed
we didn't
really
have time.
interesting.
And basically the mezzanine level of where the ticket things is like old kind of like ticket booths and the barriers through time, and then you go down to where the actual tube platforms are, train platforms, subway platforms, and they have like loads of
So
loads
many.
of subway cars from like 1916 to present day. They have all the original ads in them.
That was like the most interesting part, was all the ads.
What was it?
Oh, I edited this in my vlog. Most salespeople
From
in the better shops.
In the better shops recommend white soap for teeth or something.
The next day we got up later, didn't we? Because it was the day that we
Because
had
it
to
was
check
last
out.
day.
So we had a bit of a lie-in, which we hadn't done at all.
We didn't even. We got up at 7.
Oh, yeah, because we went for breakfast.
Yeah, we got
I
up at 7.
completely forgot about that breakfast.
Yeah.
So the suitcases took ages to pack up because we were shooting that day. So we were
Our
taking
flight
our
was not
suitcases.
until night time,
Yeah, our flight was at like 11 p.m.
but you have to check out at 12.
So we were taking our suitcases, our little suitcases, around New York with us that day
To shoot.
so that we could shoot. So we'd have 3 outfits in the suitcases, which is fairly standard procedure, and we would
That's
take
what
that
we
with
did
us.
in London.
Yeah, but everything else we put in our big suitcases and left it at the front desk.
It was stressful.
It
because
was.
It's just hard for the brain to think about.
And actually, you're right, that was the hardest bit, was putting the stuff in the big bag that we knew
that
would
we
later
knew
need
that
to
we
be in the
didn't want,
hand luggage.
because
But
it's not right to be putting stuff that you know shouldn't be going in that bag.
like your laptop.
Yeah.
We were putting like laptops in the big bags when we knew that they
Yeah.
couldn't stay there and things like that. But so we spent ages doing that in the morning, that was fine. Then we left the bags, apart from the little bags, there, and we got the subway and we went to the Met.
Went to the Met. So we wanted Met steps, photos, a la Gossip Girl. Everywhere else we'd done early, but we couldn't have done that early unless
Because
we
we had
got
to
up at
check out.
5, shot it, and
We were
come
just
back.
too
It was
tired.
ridiculous. We couldn't have done
We
it.
were both shattered
Yeah,
by
we
that
were
point.
really
weren't
tired.
we?
Yeah, we got to the Met and it was just filled with people.
Yeah, it was never going to be quiet, but I think we
So
thought that we
people.
might be able to get like a corner
Yeah.
or something, like we often can.
Yeah, and we probably could have, but we realised that it just looked like bank. It just looked like London.
Unless you had the whole Met in the shop.
Yeah, with the red.
It could
with the
so
red
easily
bits.
have been London.
If
so we
you-
just thought
The best way to have done it would be as if you had a completely empty Met at 6 a.m.
yeah,
and you stood with a really wide background.
yeah.
That is the only way to get a Met photo that doesn't look like London. So we went into Central Park, and then we were stood there and we went, "This just looks like a park." Because I have been in the bit where Central Park begins on 5th Avenue.
Yeah, I've been in the other end of it before.
And we went there eventually in the day.
Oh yeah.
Where you can see all the buildings, and you've got like the Central Park little bridges that you can see all the skyscrapers, and you can see like Billionaires Row. That's what all them tall buildings are, like the Essex House sign and all of that. That is like, I'm in Central Park. You can see the ice skating ring. You can see all of that. It's like, I'm in Central Park. The bit where the Met is in kind of the middle of Central Park, yes, you've got the Met on one side, but when you walk in the park, you're just in a park.
Yeah.
So we left that.
And then it started raining.
And then it started raining, which I was like, it's not raining, okay.
And then we went to Starbucks, that was fine, and then we went and we did shoot on the rocks.
We climbed rocks in Central Park.
With suitcases. Still in the same outfit, for clarification.
I was in a pleated midi skirt, wearing a beret with a see-through blouse, tiered blouse and boots.
I was in a tutu with heeled boots.
You were in a tutu with heeled boots. We looked like the biggest pair of idiots.
Yeah. We then went to Dunkin' Donuts, and the idea was that we were going to stop, have a coffee, get changed. But so basically we had these suitcases with all these other outfits in that we intended to shoot. We were going to go to the Flatiron, weren't we? And we got to the Krispy Kreme, and we were just like,
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh yeah. We got to Dunkin' Donuts, and we were just like, I think we're done.
We were like, we can't do it anymore.
We
just
can't
do it anymore.
And then as we were waiting for the Uber, we realised that meant that we'd taken these suitcases around New York all day for no reason. We'd brought them up rocks. We'd climbed up rocks
suitcases
with these stupid suitcases, and we dragged them around Central
And
Park.
also, the stressful thing from earlier on in the day, where we had packed our suitcases in a specific way so that we didn't have to shoot stuff, so that we had to rearrange all of our
It was
suitcases
all
in a
for
corridor
nothing.
in the hotel when we left. It was for nothing.
It was
We could have
literally
just
all
packed
for
that
nothing.
normally.
No, it was ridiculous. But anyway, so those were all our New York photos. I think we finally got to the end of our story. We've been filming for over an hour. I'm gonna have such a job.
You're gonna edit this for ages.
We had a really good trip.
We did have a really good trip.
But we hope that kind of gives you a little bit of a behind the scenes sort of the stuff that Instagram doesn't show you.
Yeah, because it looks all very nice.
And it was. We had a really good
Yeah.
time, but there's always something going on behind it.
Yeah.
So let us know if you've enjoyed this, because we often do stupid things.
This is not New York specific. This is if we went anywhere, this would happen.
Yeah, oh absolutely. But so we've already been discussing today where our next content creation trip might take us.
Vegas!
We're thinking Vegas.
Vegas, baby!
Genuinely, I think that would be such a
think
cool
so.
trip. So let us know if you want that.
That's it.
I think that's it. Thank you for coming along to New York with us. For such a long
Good,
time.
my ribs hurt.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New